Hi, welcome back to Flex Yoga. My name is Daphna. Today we're getting into a 40-minute flow specifically targeted towards people who sit all day, or even more specifically, who sit at a desk all day. So we'll be working into strengthening the back line of the body, as for the most part, when we're sitting, it is the back line of the body that is getting elongated and stretched, and that is why we often feel a lot of lower back pain and a lot of discomfort in that area, because we are lacking the strength. And so we are going to actually get started on our backs today. Go ahead and bring your feet nice and wide as the mat. Kind of pigeon toe your toes in towards one another and allow the knees to drop down towards one another. And we'll bring the arms out into a U shape, like goalpost arms. Let's go ahead and close down the eyes here. We'll start with a big breath in from the nose and a big sigh out through the mouth. A deep breath in from the nose and a big exhale out. And again, let's inhale fully and exhale fully. Seal off the lips here and just start to breathe through the nose. Begin to relax the muscles in the forehead, in the eyes, in the cheeks. Begin to allow the lower jaw to kind of unhinge from the upper jaw. And allow the shoulder blades to really settle into the ground. And while we're here on the back, I want to invite you to just feel kind of the hard floor beneath your spine. Feel how gravity can encourage and allow your spine just to be supported here in its natural shape. See how it feels to be, even in this very, very simple posture, to open up the arms, to create that space in the front line of the body. And just allow yourself here to kind of visualize yourself unraveling whatever tensions have been created in the body, in the breath, and in the mind throughout your day. In this moment, I want to invite you to bring with you and kind of bring into the mind an intention that you want to remind yourself of throughout your practice. It could be a word, a phrase, a feeling. And just allow that word or phrase or feeling to settle into the body. For me today, I want to invite a sense of grounding and connection to the present moment. And so I want to kind of verbalize that with, I'm grounded, I am present. You're welcome to use that same intention. Slowly with your next inhale, start to reach the arms all the way up towards the ceiling here. And exhale, grab opposite elbows and just reach your arms back behind your head and just feel a nice stretch through the sides of the waist and through the shoulders. I want to invite you to slightly tuck your chin into your chest, elongating through the back of the neck, but keeping the head on the ground here. With the inhale, we'll reach the arms back up and grab opposite elbows again and reach them back overhead. Take a deep breath in right here and an exhale out. Inhale to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach the hands down towards the feet. The palms will settle onto the ground. Now squeeze the shoulder blades one towards the other and then heel toe your feet to hips distance, separating between the knees. We will kind of sweep ourselves up into a bridge pose now. The arms follow the movement. So we'll take an inhale. Exhale, reach the arms up and back as you squeeze the glutes up and lift your hips. Inhale, come all the way back down. The hands come back down. Exhale, squeeze the tush, scoop the hips, reach the hands back. Inhale, slowly roll yourself back down as the hands follow. Good, let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, scoop, lift, and slowly lower down. I got the breath mixed up there. So if you also mix the breath up, let's take an inhale while we're down here. Exhale to scoop and lift, reach the arms back. And last time to lower as you inhale. And exhale, scoop the hips up, reach the arms back and hold here. Now you'll slowly start to reach the arms back down, keep the hips lifted. Good. See if you can walk your shoulder blades a little bit closer together. And squeeze into the tush, really press the hip bones up towards the ceiling. Start to flex your feet so only your heels are on the ground and then kick your heels into the ground as you squeeze a little tighter into the glutes. Breathe for 5. Another 4. 3. Keep the flex in the feet. Keep the squeeze in the glutes. Press your chest towards your chin. Pull your chin away from your chest. Take another inhale. Exhale, lower your feet flat. Keep the hips lifted. And now lift your heels off the ground and roll down 1 vertebra at a time until the whole back is rested. Good. Let's extend the right leg up towards the ceiling and we'll roll the ankle in one direction. And then roll the ankle in the opposite direction. Good. Come into reclined pigeon here. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Good. Slowly pull the left knee in. Option 2, interlace your fingers behind the left thigh or over the left shin. That right hand threaded through the window that's between your legs and the left hand wraps around the left leg. And we'll just breathe here. Keep a slight flex in the right foot. And keep a gentle squeeze in the right glute. As you exhale, you'll pull the legs in a little bit closer to your body, feeling a really nice stretch through the right glute. We'll take just another 2 full breaths right here. One more, inhale. Beautiful. Gently release the hold of that left leg. Extend the right leg up towards the ceiling again. Inhale. And as we exhale, we'll reach the right leg forward and down. Point your toes. Hover the right foot from the ground and float your hands, the head, and your shoulder blades in this assisted low boat. So I really want you to feel like you are hugging the rib cage down towards the hip bones. And breathe here for another 3. Good. Keep the shoulders lifted. That left foot stays on the ground for 2. And let's take another inhale. Exhale, hug the right knee into the chest and lower the shoulders down. Good. Set the sole of the right foot onto the ground and extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. Roll the ankle around in one direction for 3, 2, 1, and in the opposite for 1, 2, 3. Good. Revolve, or reclined rather, pigeon pose. The left ankle over the right thigh. Left hand through the little window between the legs, the right arm or right hand around the right leg. Either grab behind the right thigh or over the right shin, and breathe here. Keep that gentle flex in the left foot and keep that gentle squeeze in the left glute. And notice with every exhale, you allow yourself to pull the legs in a little bit closer to you. It absolutely makes sense if one side is just a little bit more tight than the other. Notice where you're at today. Breathe for another 2. And let's take another big breath in. Good. Gently set the right foot onto the ground. Extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. Start to reach the left toes forward as you point the toes. Reach the fingertips forward as you peel head, shoulders off the mat for that assisted or kind of half low boat. And breathe for 3. Hug the rib cage down towards the hip bones. 4, 2. Keep a slight lift in the chin so that you're not kind of doming into the chest. And let's take another big breath in. Exhale, lower the head and bring that left knee into your chest. Good. Set the left foot onto the ground and we will gently pull both knees into the chest and we'll just rock and roll ourselves up into a seat for 3, 2, and 1. Good. We'll cross the ankles here for a moment. Take an inhale, reach the hands all the way up overhead. And exhale, fold yourself forward. Reach the fingertips as far forward as you can. Let's take a deep breath in. Stay for the exhale. And again, a deep breath in. And stay for the exhale. Good. With your next inhale, slowly come back up, unravel, uncross, and then recross in the opposite leg. Inhale to reach the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, fold yourself forward. Reach your hands as far forward as you can. And we'll breathe here. Inhale for a nice long spine. Exhale to walk the fingertips and inch them a little further away, maintaining the length in your spine. We'll take another big breath in right here and another exhale. Good. Slowly with your next inhale, come all the way back up into a seat and we'll just swing the legs over through one side to come into a tabletop position. Hands are underneath your shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips. Let's dial the fingertips back towards the knees so that the heels of the hands face the front of the room. Take a deep breath to drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze, pull the chest forward. Exhale, round the spine, push the ground away, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, belly drops, chest lifts, Lift the chin away from the chest, and as you exhale, around and push down with the heels of the hands. Really nice. Inhale, belly drops, chest lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, spine rounds, push the ground away. Good. Now with your inhale, come into a neutral spine. Tuck all 10 toes under and start to kind of sit your hips as far back as you can and then shift forward again. So we're just kind of rocking our way back and forward, feeling that nice deep stretch into the wrists. This might feel really, really intense for you, so try to not overdo it. And if it feels like enough of a stretch when you're just already here in that tabletop with the fingertips dialed back, then you could just stay there and breathe. Really nice. And then slowly with your next inhale, shift your weight forward again into that regular tabletop shape and just dial the fingertips out to the sides this time. And we'll just start with circles in one direction. I really like to incorporate the movement of the hips here as well. It feels really, really good to start to move more into the rest of the body. and then move in the opposite direction. Really nice. We don't realize how much tension builds up in the wrists as we sit all day, as we type away with one hand on the mouse. So this is a really great way to start to bring some more attention to that space. And now slowly with your next inhale, bring yourself back through center. And this time we'll turn the fingertips towards one another, so the fingertips face each other and the palms of the hands will face up towards the ceiling. Really, really simple here. Let's take a deep breath in. We're gonna tap the fingertips to the thumb tip. Try to keep the rest of the fingers down as you tap to each finger, if that makes sense. So first I tap thumb to pinky. I wanna keep those 3 middle fingers down, and then I release. Tap thumb to ring finger, keep the rest of the fingers down, and release. Tap thumb to middle, try to keep that ring finger down. It's really stubborn for all of us, and release. And then thumb to index and release. Let's do 4 more times for each. So pinky, ring, middle, index. Pinky, ring, middle, index. Pinky, ring, middle, index. Last time. Pinky, ring, middle, index. Really, really nice. Tuck those toes under, sit back onto your heels, and give your hands a shake. Good. Really, really nice. Let's take an inhale right here. Reach the arms all the way up. Bend the right elbow, right palm between the shoulders. Left hand to right elbow, inhale. Tuck your tailbone under, tuck the ribs into the midline. Big inhale. Exhale, reach the right elbow towards the left as you look underneath the right arm, feeling a nice stretch in the right shoulder, feeling a really nice stretch in the right side. Let's take a big breath in. Big breath out. Another big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, back through center, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the left elbow, right hand to left elbow. Inhale, lengthen through the sides of the waist, tuck tailbone and ribs into midline. Exhale, bend over to the right, left elbow to the right as you look underneath the left arm, and breathe for 3. For 2, really nice job. And 1 more big breath in. Really beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, tabletop, hands to the ground. Untuck the toes, tap the backs of the feet. Send some more blood in that direction. Lift your feet, roll the ankles. Switch the direction you're rolling the ankles. Tuck all 10 toes under, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. First down dog of the practice, maybe your first down dog of the day. Take your time. Between pedaling out the legs and maybe swaying the hips gently from side to side, just give yourself the opportunity and the permission that you need here to really settle into the body. Now, it's really, really important for me that you remember it is not a priority for your heels to touch the ground. It is far more important to me that your sits bones try to send themselves as high up as possible to the ceiling. So try to focus on that and try to sustain a steady breath. With your inhale, step your feet a little bit closer together. Reach your right leg up for 3-legged dog. Now, find a bend in the knee, keep the foot flexed, and keep the hips squared so the right hip bone still looks to the ground. Inhale, kick the heel as far forward towards your head as you can. Start to gaze forward. Exhale, round that knee into your nose. Let's do that 2 more times. With your inhale, send the weight back through that 3-legged dog. Kick like a scorpion, look forward. Keep the flex in the foot. Exhale, round and curl, crunch knee to nose. And 1 more time, inhale. Kick like a scorpion, heel forward, heart forward. Exhale, knee to nose, and step the foot between your hands. Lower the left knee down to the ground and allow yourself to untuck those back toes and just keep yourself kind of lifted here. Interlace your fingers over the right thigh, and we'll take a big breath in, hug the inner thighs together, and just find a little lift in your chest. Feel the opening at the top of the left thigh. Let's take a deep breath in, and a nice big exhale out. Try not to sink into the lower back. Inhale, reach your hands all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, lower the right elbow to the right thigh and stretch the left fingers over to the right side. Notice that you're not opening the left arm, or rather the left side of your chest over to the left. Try to keep your shoulders and the armpits kind of facing forward as the left fingers reach to the right. Let's take a big breath in right here and an exhale. Good. With your next inhale, the left hand will wrap around the lower back. Inhale, reach your right arm up, and exhale, reach the right fingers over to the left side. Again, shoulder tips, the right armpit looks forward, and we're stretching the right fingers over to the left. Really good. Keep hugging the inner thighs together. You're definitely feeling the top of the left thigh here. Take another big breath in, another big breath out. Inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, right arm towards the outside of the right thigh, towards the ground if possible. If this is still too much, you can still rest the right arm on the right leg. Reach those left fingers over to the right. Just one breath in. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left fingertips to the ground. Reach it over to the left. Take a deep breath in. Inhale, both arms stretch all the way up. Exhale, frame the right foot with both hands. Tuck those back toes under. Lift the back knee. Wide-legged forward fold to the long edge of the mat. Inhale, find a long spine here. Exhale, fold forward and walk your hands as far forward as you can. Imagine almost like a wide-legged down dog. Tuck your chin into your chest and keep the weight of the body in the feet. Take a big breath in right here. And now as you exhale, keep the left hand rooted. Thread right arm underneath left. Grab the left leg and twist underneath that left armpit. Breathe for 3. Another 2. And let's take a big breath in. Good. Inhale, unravel, right hand plants back down. Exhale, left arm will thread underneath the right. Grab for the right leg and twist underneath that right arm. Breathe for 3. Another 2. And let's take another big breath in. Inhale, unravel, both hands root down, and we'll walk them underneath the shoulders again. Spin yourself to that right foot and send the right leg back. High plank, hold. Take a deep breath. Push down with your fingertips, push down with your knuckles. Another big breath. Tuck the tailbone under, squeeze and cinch the rib cage in. And one more big breath in. Exhale, lower down to the belly. Bring your feet nice and wide. Reach your hands back, chin to the ground. We'll place the palms of the hands down so the back of the hand looks to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slide your hands back. Keep them on the ground as you lift your chest. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Let's take another inhale. Squeeze the butt, keep the legs active. Exhale, lower yourself all the way down. Really nice. This time, flip the backs of the hands to be on the ground. Palms of the hands look up to the ceiling. This time, the legs will lift up with us as well. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, keep the hands on the ground. Lift chest, lift legs, and breathe for 3. Point those toes. Try to lift your chest a little bit higher. Try to lift your legs a little bit higher. And push into your hands as you slide them further back. Another 2. One more big breath in. And exhale to slowly release. Good. Palms of the hands underneath the shoulders and tuck all 10 toes under. Lift through the knees. Inhale. Exhale, press up, high plank, and send it back into that downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath in and an exhale out. Step your feet a little bit closer together. Inhale, left leg rises up to the ceiling for 3-legged dog. Keep the hips squared, flex the left foot, bend the left knee, keep the left hip bone looking to the ground. Inhale, kick the heel forward, look forward like a scorpion. Exhale, knee to nose, round, crunch it in. Inhale, kick like a scorpion, look forward, kick forward. Exhale, round, knee to scorpion. Knee to nose. One more time for that scorpion kick. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose. Good. Step the left foot between your hands and then lower right knee. Untuck those right toes. Lift yourself up and interlace your fingers over the left thigh. Feel the hug of the inner thighs together. Press your chest up towards the ceiling and breathe here. For 3. Good. Keep your chest lifted. Come and lift up and out of your lower back. Another 2. And let's take another inhale. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, rest the left arm on the left leg. Reach the right fingers over towards the left side. And keep both shoulders, right armpit looking forward as you stretch the right fingers further over to the left. Keep the length in the right side. Let's take another inhale. Inhale, both arms up high. Exhale, wrap right arm around lower back and reach the left fingers over to the right. Again, armpit, shoulder tip, look forward. Reach through the left side. Let's take a deep breath in. Good. Inhale. Inhale through center, both arms high. Exhale, this time the left fingertips look for the ground outside of the left leg, or they could just also hang off of the ground. Or again, you can also just rest the left arm. Reach the right fingertips. Inhale. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, right fingertips towards the ground or to the ground and reach the left fingers over to the right. Deep breath in. Beautiful. With your next inhale, come all the way up through center. Exhale, hands to frame the left foot, tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee, wide-legged forward fold as you spin to the right long edge of the mat. Inhale, find your half lift. Exhale, this time walk your hands back and through the feet as you fold yourself forward. Let's take a deep breath in and an exhale. Can you inch those fingertips a little bit further back? Beautiful. With your next inhale, walk your hands in and underneath your shoulder tips. Spin all 10 toes out to the side, or out to the sides. The heels will face in. Nice deep bend in the knees for goddess squat. Hands will come into heart center. We'll spend the first couple of breaths gently shifting the weight from one side to the other, keeping both knees bent the whole entire time. Breathe here. And then come to stillness in center. Inhale, lift the right heel. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the left heel. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift both heels and breathe for 3, 2. And one more big breath in. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, extend the legs, reach your hands up high. Exhale, spin the toes in and hinge to fold forward. Beautiful. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, spin the whole body to frame the left foot and step the left foot back, high plank. Hold, inhale. Push into the hands, push into the knuckles. Inhale. Tuck your tailbone under, cinch and squeeze the ribs into the midline. And again, another inhale. Exhale, lower to the belly. Untuck the toes. The feet come into mat's width. Beautiful. Send your chin onto the ground. Interlace your fingers behind the back. Let's take a deep breath in. Squeeze the tush. Keep your legs active. Exhale, punch the fists back. Lift your chest. Try to lift your hands off your butt and breathe for 3. Another 2. One more big breath in. And exhale to lower. Release the hands. Release right cheek. Take a deep breath in. Good. Chin to the ground. Interlace your fingers. This time, legs lift as well. Prepare with an inhale. Squeeze, tush, lift knees. Exhale, punch fists, lift feet. And breathe for 3. Focus on lifting the legs by squeezing the glutes. Breathe for 2. Punch the fists back, lift your hands off your butt. One more inhale. And exhale, lower, unravel the hands, left cheek to the ground. So good. You guys, let's take a big breath in. Big exhale out. Beautiful. Chin to the ground, hands under shoulders, tuck all 10 toes under. Inhale, exhale, push up plank, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Alrighty, getting into our final kind of little sequence here. We will inhale to stretch the right leg up, and this time bend into the knee and open into the hip. Good. And start to peek underneath the right armpit and really kick the right leg back. Try to squeeze that right heel towards the right glute. Lift the knee a little bit higher. Let's inhale and exhale. Squeeze that knee into your nose. Step the foot between your hands. Good. We'll just shift our weight forward and back. Keep the back knee lifted here. Good. And with your next inhale, I want you to feel both feet firmly ground. Exhale, float your hands forward in a sort of arrowhead lunge. Breathe for 3. Feel the hug of the inner thighs together. Keep a deep bend in the right knee. For 2. Good. Let's take another inhale. Exhale, the hands to the waist. Inhale, push with your hands in the waist, squeeze the elbows together, and lift your chest. Breathe for 3. Squeeze elbows together, deep bend in the right knee. Inhale. Lift your chest, lift up and out of the lower back. Inhale. Exhale, unravel yourself to the right thigh, frame the right foot. Now step the left foot forward. Spin those left toes out just slightly to the left and straighten into the right leg as much as you can rather. If you need, you can bring blocks underneath your hands for your pyramid pose. So we'll take an inhale for lengthening in the spine. Exhale, fold over that right thigh. Let's breathe here for 3. Good, another 2. And let's take another big breath in. Inhale, find your half lift. As you exhale, lift the left foot, float the left foot off of the ground. Hands can stay on the ground or on those blocks, or float your hands up into your warrior three. Hold for three. Right big toe pushes down into the ground. Hold for two. Excellent job. And let's take one more inhale. Exhale, hands down, left foot steps as far back as it can, right foot follows. Inhale. Exhale, let's take a regular chaturanga here and a regular upward facing dog. Squeeze into the butt, keep the legs really lifted. Lift your chest, push down with your hands. Inhale. Exhale for that regular downward dog. Inhale here. And an exhale here. Really nice. Inhale in that down dog. And an exhale here. Good. Three-legged dog, left side. Reach left leg high. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, and this time open into the hip. Start to peek underneath that left arm. Squeeze the left heel to the left glute. Push down with your hands. Inhale here. And exhale, round that left knee to your nose. Hold, inhale. Exhale, step the left foot between your hands. So once again, we want to kind of just shift the weight forward and back, feeling that opening, a little bit of a lift. Good. Let's take a big breath in. Start to really ground down through the feet. Exhale, float your hands forward in that sort of arrowhead lunge. Breathe for three. I want you to feel like the inner thighs are trying to hug towards one another for two. Keep a deep bend in the left knee. Try to keep your arms as lifted as your ears, so in the same line as your ears. Inhale. Exhale, sweep your hands back to the lower back and then lift your chest. The elbows squeeze towards one another and the chest lifts for three. Beautiful. Breathe for two. Deep bend in that left knee. Squeeze the elbows tight. One more big breath in. Inhale, lift your chest, look forward. Exhale, unravel yourself to that left thigh and hands frame the foot. We will kind of set that right foot one step forward. Turn the right toes out 45 degrees. If you needed blocks on the first side, frame the left foot with blocks here as well. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold over your left leg in that pyramid pose. And breathe here for three. Good. Encourage the length in your spine. Encourage the length and the strength in your legs. And let's take another big breath in. Inhale, find your half lift. Shift the weight into the left foot as you float the right foot off of the ground. You can stay here, hands on ground or blocks, or float one hand at a time into your warrior three and breathe here. Beautiful job for three. Lift your chest, try to bring the right leg and the crown of your head into the same line. For two, really nice job. Let's take another big breath in. Exhale, hands down, right foot as far back as you need, and step the right foot back. Inhale in that high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog. Really lift your chest, push down with your hands. Stay strong in the legs, pull your chest up. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send it all the way back. Inhale right here. And stay for the exhale. Inhale, look forward and bring your feet to the front of the mat for a seat. Really, really good job. Inhale, soles of the feet down, reach your hands forward. Exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time onto your back. Good. We will finish off kind of in the same way that we started. Arms long along the body, palms face down, soles of the feet onto the ground. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, scoop your glutes, lift your hips, bridge. Good. Heel toe the left foot to the midline. Pull the right knee into the chest. Point the right toes up to the ceiling. Inhale. And point those right toes as far back as you can. Breathe for 3. Push down with the left foot. Breathe for 2. Reach the right toes further back. Inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee. Set the right foot down. Heel toe the left foot back into hips distance. Lift onto your heels. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Windshield wipe your knees from side to side. Beautiful. Really nice job. Good. And to finish up with the left side, let's inhale, arms long along the body, shoulder blades underneath themselves, soles of the feet at hips distance. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze butt, scoop hips, heel toe right foot to the midline, hug left knee into chest, point left toes up, inhale. Exhale, point left toes back as you push down with the right foot for 3. Squeeze through that right glute, through the right quad for 2. Point those left toes further back. Lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale, bend left knee. Sole of the left foot meets the ground. Heel toe feet back into hips distance. Inhale. Heels lift. Exhale, roll down nice and slow. Windshield wipe the knees from side to side. So good. Start to allow the eyes to become soft. And hug the knees into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, hook and wrap the right knee around the left and drop the knees over to the left. Reach your right arm over to the right and breathe. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale, bring the knees back through center, unravel, and we'll just hook the left leg around the right and drop them over to the right. Look over the left shoulder as the left arm stretches over to the left. Breathe here. Inhale, bring the legs back through center, hug the knees into your chest one last time. And as you exhale, set the soles of the feet together in reclined butterfly as the knees pull away from one another. Let's take a big breath in right here. Reach the arms back overhead. Big sigh out through the mouth. Again, feel your spine lay against the ground in its natural curvature. Feel the opening of the hips. Feel that release of tension in the body. Allow yourself to let go of whatever you're holding on to in the face as you bring into your day or into your evening that sense of a presence and that sense of grounding. Slowly drop the left knee towards the right knee as you roll over into a fetal position on the right side and come up into a comfortable seat. Collect the palms of the hands at your heart center as you take a deep breath in. And another big exhale, letting it all out. Inhale the thumbs to your third eye, recognizing mind, intellect, and intuition. Exhale, bow the chin to the chest, recognizing the light, the life, and the love within. Thank you so very much for practicing alongside me. I hope you enjoyed this very specific and targeted class. And I hope that it was able to kind of send a sense of relief and opening throughout the entire body, as well as strengthening where it needed. If you like this class, if you enjoyed this class, please share it with a friend or a family member, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.